Now, Ross, we have a whiskey with a bit of a story. Macallan, obviously you know inside and out, I'm sure. This particular bottling is part of their Replica series.
Oh, so we've tasted a couple of variations of this before.
There's a set of 4. This is the 4th of 4 that we've tried, and they've been a bit mixed. Some have been generally tasty liquid, some have been a bit ropey. So the legend, the story behind this series is that Macallan, back in, I think it was maybe late 90s, early 2000s, were approached by sort of a private collector who had all these incredible antique bottlings of Macallan from the 1800s, whatever. And Macallan thought they were so incredible, they bought the whole lot, created all these replicas, you know, looked at the liquid, looked at the bottle design, label design, made this replica series available for everybody to purchase. They then actually went to the effort of testing the originals, and the originals were completely fake.
Yeah.
So Macallan very much wished these did not exist.
Yeah.
And people didn't draw attention to them, but let's draw attention to them.
So these are modern liquids. This is liquids that's been done to try and replicate fake bottles that were done in the past.
They didn't know they were fake when they were
of course.
Them, but yes, yeah.
This one here is the 1861 edition, bought at 42.7%. Old Highland malt whiskey. I like it. It looked actually quite like the look of the bottle.
The 3 we've tried before,
they've been quite mixed, haven't they?
One of them was delicious.
Yeah.
One of them was probably one of the best Macallan's ever had. I was like, this is outstanding. So very unpredictable.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to bother asking you about your experience with 1861 whiskey, because
It's
you don't
true.
have any.
It's true. The reality is this whiskey, we don't know what age it is, but it'll probably be younger than 18. And it's done to base that style. What would the style have been in 1861? Well, I guess we'll find out based off of this. So it should be a wee bit different. I remember one of the last ones, when we think about Macallan nowadays, we think of big European oak, full-bodied, rich, indulgent. And one of the 3 where it was that.
Yeah.
And the other 2 were a bit meh.
Yeah.
They were a bit kind of malty, nondescript whiskey.
Flat.
So let's see what this one's all about. Now, Macallan nowadays, brilliant place to visit. This is going to be difficult.
We need a corkscrew.
Let's Okay, let's give this a go. If you act confidently, something will happen. Okay.
Well, I've got a good grip of it. Here we go.
It doesn't look bad. Nice.
Right, and then just swivel it.
How good are you?
This is good.
How good are you? Thank you to the
There you go,
YouTube comments who suggested we
Oh, look at this. It's like a knife through butter.
We've watched me snap
That
about
is glorious.
30 corks. We just... Wow. What a
What a
moment.
revelation.
I'm going to keep that right there.
That is great. Right.
I'm annoyed that you've done it successfully.
Shall I pour some whiskey?
Okay.
Not
Good
bad
colour.
colour.
Good colour.
Good colour.
I feel so much better about this whiskey now.
That was, I think it was maybe 15 quid. It's paid itself off already.
All right.
Right. Macallan, 1861.
1861. Let's take ourselves back in time. 42.7. I wonder why they've chosen that strength. Maybe that's what the replica...
I think they probably tested it.
Yeah.
Had hydrometer, and that's what it came out as. It's got a bit of colour to it.
Smells a bit like alcohol, to be honest. A bit like
It is
ethanol.
not as lush and sherried as...
It's
I
nowadays.
can't remember which one it was we had that was delicious.
But it certainly wouldn't compare to standard bottles of Macallan now on the nose. We're designed to be very indulgent and fruity.
Cardboardy, a bit malty.
Malty. Definitely malty. Let's have a wee taste, see what we think. It does look like a Macallan. It presents well. I guess these were...
You know what, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah? I get the feeling these were never intended in being open. The fact that it took that to get it, which is a
I'm
very good
delighted with how
job.
well it worked.
The way that was presented is like, clearly this was put this up on your banister.
The driven cork, I think they were trying to replicate the original as much as possible. So perhaps not, as you say, release with drinkers in mind, but it's, it's proper single malt in there. It's not 3 years in a day.
No, it's actually got a very good texture. And it tastes stronger than it is. Like, there's an alcohol thing for me. It's sweet, it's simple. It's
a bit of an oddity as a
It's quite
product.
rich. It's quite rich. It's not big sherry, but it's...
I just think it's an odd one, because this is couple £100 this bottle.
Okay.
So as a drinker, it's not
Yeah.
worth it at all. I think it's a nice collection to have if you really, resonate with the story and you're really into counterfeit whiskey, fake whiskey, whatever. Then it's a nice thing to have on here.
If you have a connection of 1861, brilliant.
Yeah.
However, in 2025, it seems unlikely.
If you're 164 years old, you're in luck.
bang for your money. The nose is not very good. The palate is actually all right. It's quite tasty, very approachable.
Is it classic Macallan?
No. Well, maybe it is. Maybe we're not used to real classic
Back in the
Macallan.
day.
Do you know, this is maybe what Macallan tasted like before Macallan was popular. Maybe that is,
Yeah.
and we're seeing the evolution of it.
Good malt whiskey.
It's very fine. It's 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Presentation's great. The story's hilarious.
It's nice that they put semi-decent whiskey in it.
Yeah.
Because they could have put anything in it.
Yeah.
And it still would have sold the same amount.
And having tried other replica versions that did taste worse, this is this is not terrible.
Not terrible. What a conclusion.
I know that's a very you comment.
What's my one? Inoffensive. That's one of my catchphrases.
Well, thanks for sharing it with us.
Yeah.
It is cool to open up these things because you never know what the liquor is going to be like.
Yeah.
And for every 100 people that bought one of these, nobody's opening them and drinking them.
Yeah.
Which is why
the
this
real
is good fun.
highlight for me was probably this little thing. Actually, what a miracle workout.
Thank you to the YouTube comments. You've made a big difference to us.
It
Finally.
was fantastic. But yeah, whiskey wise, pretty good. We're not really sure what our expectations were.
Nothing to write home about.
Yeah. Cheers. Then.
Cheers.
If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Bevvy content. We want to hear what you think, your best whiskey experiences, the whiskies you want us to try. It's a really exciting journey we're on, so make sure to join us. Download the Bevvy app on Google Play and App Store to keep track of your whiskey journey, connect with your whiskey friends, keep track of your favourites, anything you could ever want to do with whiskey, all in one place. It's the definitive whiskey companion.